The next comic coming to the stage on our extravaganza is a young man I met in Omaha, Nebraska about 8 or 9 years ago, and he was too young to get into the show at the bar, so I snuck him in, and now he's a comedian, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. He also is an internationally selling artist, so I guess that's pretty cool too. Give it up for Winslow Dumaine, everybody.
I'm gonna start y'all off with a real simple question. Anybody else here really just alive out of a courtesy to your parents? You know what I mean? You're just like, Mom, Dad, listen, I don't want you two to have a dead son, but the moment you're gone, I'm fucking out of here, all right? Like, your death is the starter pistol to a funeral relay race, all right? Like, that's what that is, all right? I don't want to do it anymore. Anybody here ever feel so fucking unfuckably ugly that you walk by a nice restaurant, you look in the window and you just think, yeah, they wouldn't serve my kind here. No, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not pretty enough to be able to sit down while I eat. I'm the kind of ugly I'm gonna have to eat standing up out of a bag for the rest of my life like a fucking police horse. God damn it. People wouldn't understand that because you're all so beautiful. Chicago, y'all go to the gym to stay fit, stay sexy. I'm from Nebraska. I go to the gym so I can fight the pig that bit my sister. Now, in Nebraska, I'm a strong 3. In Chicago, I am a burning ambulance. Chicago women look at me and they're just like, yeah, you look like you got bed sores from sleeping in a wheelbarrow. I go back home and they're like, he's scrappy, probably knows where all the good copper is. Damn it. Oh no, everybody should love your body. Oh, you should all love your body. Yeah, what if your body is shaped like a swastika? Pump the brakes. God damn it. And I don't need to be beautiful, I just want to be attractive enough so that if I ever committed a mass shooting, there would be a small but vocal Tumblr group dedicated to talking about how dreamy I am. Like, that's all I want. Oh, damn it. And sex is a fucking scam. Sex is bullshit. Sex was invented by Tide in the 1980s to get us to wash our bed sheets more. It's true. Look it up. And I'm not smart enough to be a good person, you know? Like, I'm not smart. I need like a Vox article to tell me what good is, you know? Like, in my head, I think, you know, sex culture in this country is really violent and entitled, and it kind of scares the shit out of me, and I really don't want anything to do with it. What comes out of my mouth is, hey, Marcus, this dress shop got them big titty mannequins I was telling you about. Like, that's the level of intellect I bring to the table. Because here's the thing, misery loves company, but trauma breeds isolation. You know what I mean? Because I can come up here and tell you all my yucks about pain and we all have a good time. But trauma, I can't come up here and be like, hey, y'all ever do that thing where you cry so hard that you throw up, and you throw up so hard it hurts, and it hurts so bad that you start crying? Am I right, ladies? Like, that's not fucking fun. We're not having fucking fun. God damn it. I was in a really fucked up, nasty, abusive relationship for a long time with somebody that I loved very, very much. And it got so bad, it got to the point where I would wait for her to go to bed so I could Google, am I in an abusive relationship? Here's a tip. If you ever have to Google, am I in an abusive relationship? You are, all right? Because I would read these lists that are just like, you might be in an abusive relationship if they're written by Jeff Foxworthy. And I would just get through all the way. And of course it is. Like, of course I'm saying yes to this, because nobody's gonna read through a list of signs that you're in an abusive relationship and just go, well, she's in the clear. Looks like I was being a little dramatic. Like, that's not how that fucking works. And so when that ended, my heart was just shattered. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to marry her. And I was just so distraught. And I watched the person I love slowly turn into a monster. But I believe that revenge is the best living well. And I'm an artist. I'm an illustrator, and I'm a writer. And so I hand illustrated a whole deck of tarot cards. I drew all 78 cards, and I wrote a short story for every single card. I put it all together, funded it through Kickstarter, and I've sold $25,000 of tarot cards this year. What the fuck? I came to this city to be a comedian. You fuckers hired me as a sorcerer. God damn it. No, I came here, I was like, listen, I've been on big shows, I've been on festivals, put me on your show. And Chicago is just like, no, we need an angry wizard to gentrify the muggles out of Logan Square. So even my successes feel fucking muted and feel painful and feel like I'm not doing enough. Like, I called the suicide hotline, they gave me the go-ahead. God damn it. Everybody asked me, Winslow, aren't you going to be embarrassed by all your suicide jokes when you get older? I'm like, when I what? Fuck you. I'm not getting older. I'm going to die young. You're going to bury me in a hammock. And I'm high tension all the time. You know, I never fucking rest. Like, this is my impression of me waking up every day. It's like, that's every fucking morning for me. Every morning. And it's not restful sleep either. I'm like spitting on people and throwing punches and shit. Apparently, at one point, I just sat upright in bed and said, cocksuckers, and then went right back down. Like, that's where I'm coming from. Somebody told me that I said gay slurs in my sleep, and I wasn't cool with that at all. Then they said, no, dude, you say gay slurs in your sleep, which means that even in my dreams, I'm fighting with bigots because I'm always fucking ready. And all of our pursuits towards closeness, you know, towards intimacy, are stymied in the digital age, you know, because we're all on Facebook, and Facebook is a fucking nightmare. Because Facebook is in constant war. People are constantly fighting over the most, like, innocuous shit. Somebody posted the other day, just a real simple thing. They just said, hey, it's a real sad thing what happened out there today. It's been up for 45 minutes. There's 156 comments. There's the most recent one is from somebody nobody knows. It's in all caps, and it just says, there's only one gender, and his name is Jesus Christ. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I have to read all of these now. You can't just give me the last page of a mystery novel. This is my lunch break. I saw some racist dipshit talking on Facebook, some white person throwing around the N-word, and I called him out for it. Called him out for being a racist, and he said, no, you're the real racist because you noticed that I'm white. Genius. That's brilliant. That's like a guy getting arrested for kidnapping, and as he's being ducked into the police cruiser, just going, is this too not also a form of kidnapping? It's like, no. You're 30, I get to do this. God damn it. And like, the most mind-blowing thing is that this is it. All right, I'm a moderately successful white man in America. I'm at the top of the fucking food chain, and I'm still miserable. Imagine being that soft. Oh my God. Like, imagine after 250 million years of evolution, we still are dealing with anxiety. Like, when has freaking the fuck out ever worked? Like, who's ever said, that could have been pretty bad, but luckily, I cried in a grocery store. That's never fucking happened. Like, who's ever said, that could have been pretty ugly. Thankfully, I called my wife a coward. That's never fucking happened. Damn it. People say the dumbest shit to you when they find out that you're mentally ill. They find out that you're depressed. I had some motherfucker say, you know, when I get really anxious, I just go home and I just take a dip in the hot tub. Oh yeah? You're trying to cure mental illness with bubbling water, you fuck? What is a hot tub really but just a gurgling cauldron of skin-flavored LaCroix where grandparents go to fuck? I'm trying to get better, not gurgle up a new species of septicemia. So all my life, I've been regarded as being too extreme, too morbid, too scary. And if we've learned anything over the past 2 years, it's that the whole fucking world is too extreme, too morbid, and too scary. I'll tell you a story. I had a puppy. Yeah. The puppy got bit by a bigger dog. Bit but not kill. And so I put the dog in a box, I raced to the vet, I gave the dog to the vet and said, do what you can. He's holding this noisy box of dogs, like, fuck, I don't know. I'm like, well then do the right thing, put the dog down. And so he does. He comes back into the vet's office with a cardboard coffin holding the remains of my dog. And the name of the company that manufactured that coffin was printed on the side, and the name of that company was called Pause and Reflect. Now is not the time for fucking puns. Whose idea was that? Whose idea at the dog coffin factory was like, this'll cheer him up? Like, whose fucking idea? It was one of the worst puns I've ever heard in my life until I was in Walnut, Iowa, at an antique store, and I found a little pin for STD awareness from the 1940s that said, VD, nothing to clap about. That's the worst fucking pun I've ever heard. I'm not crazy, we are. That'll do it for me, thank you very much.
No, man, Pause and Reflect's real funny. You're just sad. That's a good one. I would have, like, hell, but also. Oh my God, he was like that when he was 18. That was fantastic. And God, that was a good show. This whole show, I'm looking at my material. I'm like, you're a pretty happy guy.